welcome back. Today, I want to go through with you what type of coaching might be right for you, okay? Now, obviously, when you're looking to work with a business coach, it's trying to understand, well, okay, I don't know, what level should I be at? How should I do this? How does coaching actually work? Well, check out the other videos for the whole process of what coaching is, but I'm going to take you through all the different programs that we offer so you can determine what level of program is right for you. You know, I've said it from day one that every business owner in the world should have a coach. And people say, oh, I'm not sure I need a coach. And well, if you look at it from a sporting perspective, every sports team has a coach. Every great actor, singer, you know, people have coaches because they want to be on track type thing. And if you want business to keep growing, it's a great thing to have a coach. But at what level? You know, some people, I recommend to them, the level of having a coach is you just need to read the book, okay? Or the books. You know, I've written 18 of the dang things. Oh, by the way, I'm Brad Sugars. I'm the chairman and founder of this place called ActionCOACH. We're the biggest business coaching company in the world, and the only reason we're great is because we hire great coaches. If I was to take you through the background of all of our coaches, you'd be amazed. We hand select our coaches, and then we put them through a massively rigorous training program to get to the stage where they are so powerful at helping you grow your business that we love what they do. And of course, they love what they do. I think one of the core factors of all of our team is that they love helping people. And that's sort of the central theme about who we are and why we do what we do. But in essence, the right coaching program, I'm going to answer that question three different ways. Okay. The first one is a fairly simple answer. Depends on your goals. If your goals are to grow really fast and hit massive numbers and do amazing things like this year, then you obviously need the highest level of coaching available. You know, we come in and coach you, coach some of your executives, train your team. Like, we need to go at that massive level type thing. If your goals this year are to grow by a good number, just steady growth, keep it moving, make the business work a little bit better, get you a little bit less hours, make some more profit type thing, then you don't need that full court press type thing. You don't need the massive amount of coaching. You might need just a monthly type program or an education type program. So really, depending upon your goals will be the first factor that determines the level of coaching you need. The second is we run on a basis called CARE, Community, Accountability, Results, and Education. Okay, so when I look at what type of coaching suits, often I'll ask people about those scores, meaning what level of community involvement do you want? If you want to be, listen, Brad, I love being with people. I need to be with people every week and online in meeting. Great. Okay, so you're a 5 out of 5 for community score. Other people like, Brad, you know what? I prefer to do it on my own. I wouldn't mind joining a thing virtually every now and again. Then you're a 1 out of 5 community score. And that sort of determines what program will suit you as well. If you then move to accountability and say, okay, Brad, I need massive accountability. I need one-on-one coaching. Or you might say, Brad, self-accountability is good with me. I'm fairly strong with that. Or you might be somewhere in the middle and say, you know what? I need some accountability from a group of peers. Again, depending upon your score. Results we've already mentioned, you know, massively fast, or, you know, I want to get a good growth, but not massive. And then finally, education. It could be, you know, I'm a great self-educator, or Brad, I need to be in a group and I need to have that education every day coming in and so on. These sorts of things will help us determine what level of coaching is necessary for you to get to the goals that you have and to really suit your personality. But on top of that, you got to suit your budget. Okay, so we know that every business has a different level of budget that they can invest in their growth. And some businesses can invest tens of thousands a month in their growth, and others can invest $100 a month in their growth. And it doesn't really matter where you're at. If you're at the stage of, you know what, I need a book every 2 weeks, you know, that's what I can do, great. Jump on the website, jump on Amazon, get yourself the books and get growing from that level. But if I describe our programs to you and just start with the most basic program we do is designed for micro entrepreneurs and want to be entrepreneurs, those who are thinking about starting their own business. It's called Book Club. And book club meets either once a month or twice a month. We read a book together. We come together either in person. Usually it's in person. And we have everything from breakfast and books to beer and books, depending upon where you're at in the world and what time of day it is. But we come together and we discuss what we learn in the book, and we discuss how we're going to implement that in our business. And it's a great way of getting people started on the process of learning and applying to their business. We also have what's called Profit Club. This group is not so much about the reading. It's about coming together for breakfast or brunch or lunch or whatever once a month and or once every 2 weeks, depending upon where you're at. And during Profit Club, we help each other grow the business. We become peer mentors. We work with each other and we chat about what's going on and how we're doing. And we do a little bit of learning from each other and from the coach, and we get that knowledge moving. So again, it's for micro entrepreneurs who want to grow their business and want to get started moving in that right direction. So the ladder of our programs gradually increases. And of course, depending upon the speed and budget, it really comes back to those two things, I guess. How fast do you want to grow and what budget are you willing to allocate to that growth? The smaller programs obviously require less things to be implemented, so they don't need as high a budget as the bigger programs where there's a lot more to be implemented. And so it's going to take some work and maybe hiring some people and doing those things. From the Profit Club, we move into a few different options there. What we look at is either mentor club or group coaching, or what most people start with us on is what's called Action Club. Action Club is a 12-week program. It's a half hour of learning online. So you'll meet with me for lunch once a week and we watch a video together, or you watch me, I chat with you each week and take you through the very fundamental core of what it's like to build a business. So we do a half hour each week. You'll then meet with the coach and a group of other business people. And each week you'll all discuss, what did we learn? How are we going to apply it? And then the next week you'll talk about, what did you apply? What results did you get? And that coach will facilitate and help you through application of everything you learn in the videos. The Action Club program is built with a very simple philosophy of, by the end of the 12 weeks, we've got to help you find 4 hours a week to work on your business. So we got to get rid of some negative tasks, or we got to find more time or things you can delegate, etc. And then the second thing we got to do is help you increase your sales during that program. So that might be a great starting point for you. It's a fixed price, fixed program, so you know exactly what you're getting and you know exactly how it starts and finishes. It's a great program to get started with us. We do also have many other 12-week training programs, either for you or for your team. Like it might be one of your team needs management training, or maybe they need sales training. But you can come to us and we'll help you with those training programs. And again, they are run as 12-week programs, a half hour of watching a video and an hour of facilitated learning and action each week. That way we get the best results, okay? And that way you and your team have a consistent training. So for example, I was just actually last week with one of our clients in Texas. I was on the Zoom call with him, and he put all of his salespeople through the training program on sales. And now every time he hires a salesperson or 2 or 3 new salespeople, he puts them through the 12-week program as well. So they're all speaking the same language and singing from the same sheet, if that makes sense. We do have other things at that level where it might be that, because we have a lot of strategic partners around the world, it might be that you need profiling tools for your employment, or it might be that you need some more financial information for your business. So your coach will take you through what those programs can be and how they can work for you as well. Our membership program is next on the list, and membership is where most of the time you'll do that 12-week Action Club first to graduate into membership. And membership is a group meeting once a month, quarterly planning of your business, weekly Zoom calls to learn and discuss, and weekly videos to learn and discuss from. Membership is really about growing your business, and there's different levels of membership depending upon the size of your business, so that you're with other peers who are in a similar situation to you. and you're learning the same sort of things together, so that you're learning. And if you look at our solopreneurs membership group, about how to employ your first person is often a big lesson for people. And so everyone's learning together, and we have video learning, we have live learning, we have you can do just the education program, or you can join the groups where you have a mastermind group, and the mastermind group works together and has hot seats where each business is focused on, and lots of different ways for you to grow through the membership program, up to the higher level membership programs, which start to include one-to-one coaching as well. The mid-tier includes group coaching, so a coach will work with a group of 3 business members and coach you together as a group each week or each 2 weeks, depending upon what level of program you choose. And again, every one of these has a different budget based on where you're at. So determined, again, by the speed with which you want to achieve results and the budget you want and the community, accountability, and education you want, you really get to pick a program that suits you and suits your budget and suits your timeframes. When we get through to that highest level of one-to-one coaching, this is where it really gets very personalized for you. So the one-to-one coaching can be every 2 weeks or right through to every week. One-to-one coaching could be executive coaching, it could be sales coaching, marketing coaching, or just business coaching in general about how you run the business overall. Each area of that one-to-one coaching is really important, and every business needs different areas of it. Sometimes we're coaching 5, 10, 20 people in an organization. Other times we're only coaching the owner or the CEO. It really depends on what it is you need. And again, coming back to your growth, but the personalization level is very high. And I think one of the things a lot of business people think, yeah, but Brad, my business is different. Yes, absolutely. That's why we bring your knowledge of your business and your industry and our knowledge of business and growing a business and growing business people, combine the two, and it becomes a really powerful partnership of growing the business. A lot of times people are like, well, I've tried stuff before. Yeah, I get that. There's a reason that Action Coach is 30 years in this industry, and there's a reason we're number one. It's called results. You can even check out on our website our full guarantee of our programs. We wouldn't be able to offer that if it wasn't about the results that we get. But results come from, again, community, accountability, and education, adding to that care philosophy. When we sit down and go back over, pretty much every business person that comes to us says, I either need more time, I need more money, I need a better team, or I need more motivation, those 4 areas. And sometimes it is all 4, that's a blunt fact. I know there were times in my business where I had no motivation, and therefore it led to problems with the other 3 areas type thing. But ultimately, it really comes back to personalizing that one-to-one experience for you. We will still, if you're doing the one-to-one experience, want you to do your planning with the group once a quarter. We will still want you to do as much learning as possible, whether it's with the group or on your own, but keeping that knowledge base growing and keeping the accountability there, as well as getting that high level. Oftentimes when we're doing the one-to-one coaching, we'll come in and do training with the team, or we'll bring some of your team into our training programs. And whether it is a team building training or whether it is leadership or whatever it might be, those programs are designed for your business and to help you get the results. Well, I've touched on it, but I think it's really important for you to understand that the vast majority of the time, someone coming to work with a business coach who's never done it before doesn't really understand just how much training and education a business coach goes through. Our coaches not only, so in certification with us, to become certified with us, part of that is a 10-day live-in training. They then have a 5-day virtual. They then have 4 other 2-day virtual trainings just to get certified, on top of all of the videos, which is about another 60 hours of training that they get to watch. And on top of that, all of the reading they get to do, which I guess depending upon your reading speed, it'll be different for some than it is others. But you're looking at literally hundreds of hours for certification into our program. Just the 10 days alone is over 100 hours of certification training. On top of that, we require our coaches to do 120 hours a year of education to keep their certification and to stay ahead of the game. So you can imagine just how much training goes into and how much learning goes into someone who's a coach on top of their previous career in business out there in the marketplace. And we really love that at ActionCOACH, we get to select the best of the best to come join us, and we get to select those who are looking at it. But I think that leadership that comes from our coaches being in such a great, their consistent learning breeds a consistent learning for you. They're always looking for solutions. And I think it takes I hate to say it, but it does take courage to go and get a coach. It does take courage to say, you know what, I'm committing to my growth. I'm committing to self-reflection. I'm committing to becoming a leader of leaders. And you know, it's really exciting for us to see how business owners have the foresight and the gumption to say, you know what, I am going to grow. I'm committing to my growth, and I know that if I commit to my growth, it's going to happen for me the same way it's done it for many others. And of course, you know, you can spend as much time as you want. Jump on our YouTube and watch all the testimonial videos from other business owners and what's happened for them, or dive into the podcast, Epic Entrepreneurs, and get to hear some stories about how business owners before you have been through coaching with us here at ActionCOACH and what's happened for them and how their business grew and how they grew as well as people. I think that very few people realize one of the great benefits of coaching is that not only does the business grow, you get to grow. And it's kind of like that whole thing of you've got to grow into your goals. Well, the person you become, who you become, the leader you become in growing a great business is possibly the greatest reward there is of growing a great business. Final thing that I want to talk to you about when it comes to what level of coaching is right for you. You can change. If you start out with our 12-week education program and you realize, you know what, I need to speed up, I need to be at one-on-one level, great, do that. If you start out at one-on-one and you realize 3 months later, you know what, I need to pull back, I've just overcommitted myself, then that's okay. Pull back to a different level. Our technology platforms allow you to build your business, grow your business, and work at different levels with our organization and keep that education going and keep you in that learning management system so that you are continuously growing and helping your team grow and building a phenomenal business. And that's really what we're all about here at ActionCOACH. We're a community of business owners helping other business owners grow their business. We want to keep building as many business people together. And as we bring more and more business people together, as you come join us and as you bring others into the group, the more. As we grow as an organization, so does our membership, and therefore so does your group of people that you get to call friends and members of the organization that you can lean on for knowledge, help, growth, and that eventually as you grow, you get to give back and you get to help those others that are coming behind you learn and grow with you as well. It's a great thing to be when you get to the stage where you get invited to be on our podcast and tell your story as an epic entrepreneur and the trials and tribulations and the successes and the greatness of what's happened in your business. But listen, I really look forward to having you as part of the team here at ActionCOACH. Help us with the movement of creating world abundance through business re-education. Please share as many of our free resources as you can with all of your friends, colleagues, customers, suppliers. Help them grow so that we can get more and more businesses growing out there in the marketplace. But click that button, book a call with a coach, fill in the questionnaire so you can book in a session with a coach, or just keep watching more videos until you get to that point, or download some ebooks or some material until you get to the point where you're ready to come join us and start really growing your business. Anyway, bye for now. Look forward to working with you at some stage soon.